Gather around the fire, children. It's story time. So, I'm going to talk about the king of all exercises, the best exercise you could do, period. If you're a man or woman, doesn't matter. Biomechanics are the same. And this is just the best exercise to get bigger, stronger, faster, leaner, everything. It's going to put muscle on your whole body. I actually do have a story to share as well. When I was 16, I bench pressed 300 pounds for the first time ever. And I think I tore my rotator cuff because after I did it, I couldn't even bench press the bar. But I hit the record that I was going for. You know, I wanted to bench press 300 pounds, did it, hurt my shoulder, couldn't bench press anymore. And pretty much at that point, all I did was upper body. I would do mostly bench press, and then I would do, you know, pull downs and arms and stuff like that. Well, I just started reading and researching what to do. What could I do? And everything it seemed like I read said, you gotta squat because it'll make you bigger everywhere. And then even your chest will get bigger, your back will get bigger, your arms, and you'll actually bench press more from squatting more. So I did this program. It was called Super Squats by Randall Strawson, and you do 20 reps of squats, and you just add 5 pounds every workout, no matter what, and you do the squats, do or die. In like 4 months, I went from being 165 pounds to being 245 pounds. And my squat went from, I probably started at 135 pounds, and I went all the way up to like 300 pounds for 20 reps. And I also ate peanut butter jelly sandwiches, and I also drank like a gallon of milk every day. So all of those things, 20 rep squats, peanut butter jelly sandwiches, a gallon of milk a day. So you have to do all those things if you want those kind of crazy results. It wasn't all muscle, obviously. There was a lot of fat, but I pretty much became a man at 17 through that, and I've been big ever since. I've always been in that 200 to 245 pound range. I've gotten even bigger, but I don't have to try to be that big. I just am that big. So I'm going to show my tips to squatting and then how I do my workouts. First, when I did the 20 rep squats, I did them high bar. That means is you place the bar high up by your neck. That's a high bar squat. It's kind of like Olympic weightlifter squat. And when you do a high bar squat, you can get a lot lower with your squat. And I also noticed, for whatever reason, you could do more reps. When you do the lower bar squat, you could lift more weight, but you can't get as many reps for whatever reason. Different muscle groups fatigue faster. At least for me, that's the experience I have. The low bar squat is where you place the bar lower here. Get that bar low on your back, and it just puts you in a better position to squat from. Okay? So high bar, low bar. Okay, the next thing that I do is I use a shoe with a little bit of an elevated heel. So it's going to elevate your toes up a little bit. The reason that I do that is it allows you to more easily get in a deeper position in the squat. So it allows you to get lower, because I like to go as low as possible. With the high bar squat, it's pretty easy to get really, really low. But when you do the low bar squat, it's more difficult. Now the main key when squatting is you want to go straight down and up, straight down and up. But from a vertical position like this, you really can't. Okay? Your knees have to go forward, and it's pretty much impossible to get all the way down unless you go all the way up onto your toes. So the key, this is the thing that changed my life in squatting, and when I really just figured it out in the squat, is you have to start the movement by putting your back in a 45-degree angle. So you just kick your butt back basically, and your back's still going to stay straight, but it's going to just stay at that angle right there. And once you get into that angle, then you just squat straight up and down. And your knees are going to kind of come forward a little bit. It's kind of a balance between knees coming forward and butt going back. But your back still stays straight the whole time. Here. Right there. That's perfect. And I try to go through that full range of motion all the way down. I try to get as low as I can. When you do the low bar though, you're not going to be able to get as low, as deep as you can with the high bar, but it puts you in a better position to lift heavier weights. And now I'm going to show you how I do my workout with squats. All the sets I do, I'm going to do 3 warm-up sets to get warm for my one main set. That's really the only real set. It's the only set that counts. I like to do the top set, high intensity style training. That's what I focus on, and everything else is just a warm-up for that. With squats, I always take my time to do everything. I don't rush it. I injured myself in a strongman competition. I couldn't squat for years, so I'm real careful to do things with good form and not injure myself. So I'm going to get in position here. Step back. I like to keep it about shoulder width. That gives me a nice deep squat. And I use a lot of quads, which is what I'm trying to do. I'm training for a bodybuilding contest right now. For my second set, my second warm-up set, I went up a plate, so I'm going up to 230 pounds. This bar is 50 pounds instead of 45. I like to use a buffalo bar because I find the straight bar really hurts my elbows, and my elbows get wrecked for days. And I just kind of thought to myself, like, what's the advantage of using a straight bar? There really isn't one. So I also don't use a belt or knee wraps or anything on my warm-up sets. I just save it for the main top set. It's just a warm-up. I'm trying to get everything fired up. Not trying to work out yet though. So I start my butt back, my knees forward at the same time. That's the beginning of the movement. And I keep my posture good. Okay, for my third and final warm-up set, I'm doing 320 pounds, and I'm gonna just do 3 reps. On my top set, I want 6 or more. So you don't have to do as many reps on your warm-ups as you are in your top set. Still no belt, no knee wraps, nothing like that. Just wait. Sun's shining. It's a good day. Okay. So again, I take my time. Not rushing anything. Guy who preaches that is Ed Cohen. Greatest powerlifter of all time. Take your time. Okay, for my main top set, I'm going for 405 for 6 is the goal. I got 400 for 6 last time. It's gonna get rough. It got a little rough last time. I put the knee wraps on. I got the belt on here. It's under my shirt. That's how I like to do it. I like to get everything as tight as possible for the last set. That way, in a way, the top set feels better than all the other sets. Even though it's the heaviest one, even though it's the most brutal one. This is where the results are right here. This is the one that counts.